Hey there, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching Inside. Right now, we are joined by Caleb Dolan. He is the Foster Financial VP. I got your name right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, awesome. Well, first of all, look, it's a pleasure to have you here. You haven't been here for a minute.
Yeah.
You liking the new set?
Yeah, this is great.
Awesome, man. Well, look, let's go ahead and jump into conversation. We're talking about sector rotating.
Yep.
What exactly does that mean, and what is it?
Yeah, good question. So it's basically this idea of shifting your investment focus from one industry sector to another, depending on what's going on in the broader sort of market conditions.
Yeah.
And so the S&P 500, which is kind of an index that a lot of people will track and look at for market performance, that can be broken down into about 11 different sectors.
Okay.
And so, I mean, this is just what those companies focus on. It could be, healthcare, it could be energy, it could be financials, things like that. And the idea is that there are certain sectors that outperform under certain market conditions. And so if we expect there to be sort of a shift in economic conditions, then we'll shift what people are focused on in their portfolio.
Okay. So with that, I mean, what should people be doing when they're thinking about that sector rotating?
Yeah, so a lot of times we focus on what's called defensive sectors if we expect there to be sort of a potential for a recession. And so interest rates are really high, inflation is still really high, and so that's something that kind of goes into this idea that, hey, there's a possibility that there's going to be a recession over the next 12 months. Not necessarily thinking that it's going to be a massive one like 07, 08, maybe more of a mild recession, but there's still a possibility there. And so some of the more defensive sectors that we look at in times like this are things like healthcare, they're things like utilities, things like consumer staples. And of course, something like healthcare is typically a little bit more resilient even if there's a recession. Because, if somebody breaks their arm during a recession, you're still going to go to the hospital and get it taken care of. With consumer staples, even if there's a recession, you're still going to buy baby formula, you're still going to buy diapers, things like that.
Yeah, those necessities.
Yeah, exactly. So those are just some things that in recessionary periods we can focus on. And a lot of times new clients will come in if they're having us put together a financial plan for them. And we can actually take a look at all their investments and say, hey, right now, maybe you're a little too heavy in tech, or you're too heavy in these more cyclical industries that might perform pretty poorly if we see a recession.
Now, Caleb, you guys take the holistic approach, and I really like that. What can people expect when they come in if they're looking to get that sector rotating or those other financial services? What does that kind of look like, what people can expect from Foster Financial? Yeah,
so I mean, the sector rotating is just one sliver of kind of that overall holistic picture. And so that's a lot of times what people think of as, the investment side of things. But from a holistic perspective, there's a whole tax side of things, there's insurance, there's even the legal side of things, and all of those are going to affect somebody's financial picture. And so we certainly want to get that investment piece right, but we also want to make sure everything else is honed in as well.
And lastly, at the end of each segment, we're able to show that people, able to come in and get that free consultation. What can people expect when they come in and they have that initial first session and they're like, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even know might have needed a financial planner. What can they expect in that first consultation, Caleb?
Yeah, so it's no judgment zone when people come in. I mean, people come in with a whole range of financial literacy, I'd say. You don't need to know anything about your finances to be able to come in and chat with us. That's one of the things that I really enjoy doing, is just helping to educate people and see them, see that light click when they're looking through their financial plan. And so it's a judgment-free zone when they come in.
Caleb, we appreciate you coming here as always, and we want people to go in there and get that free consultation, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so take a look at your screen right now, everyone. You can find out more information about Foster Financial. We'll be right back.